So, the untouchable True School Sports Empire, y'all know the rest, man. Lamont, Roach, and Zepeda, as I expected, goes the distance. I scored the fight round by round. I thought Jose Zepeda, or Williams Zepeda, I should say, I thought Williams Zepeda won the fight 116-112. You know, I think Lamont Roach had a hard time really picking up on the rhythm of Zepeda. Obviously, he has the Mexican style, very front foot dominant, so he's they game plan for one thing, but Zepeda added some wrinkles, some stutter steps, some shuffles with his feet, and I think Lamont Roach had a hard time getting a beat on when Zepeda was going to commit. So I think Lamont's game plan was a counter punch. He set down his shots and get Zepeda's respect, but he had a hard time really figuring out when to commit because Zepeda wouldn't necessarily commit when he thought he would. So something that minor, something that minuscule on the championship level, I think made all the difference in Zepeda fully establishing his fight plan and being the volume puncher that he is. He did a great job of not just, you know, breaking Lamont Roach's rhythm, but also I would say beating him to the position where he was out jabbing him. You know, I thought Zepeda was busier with the lead hand, and a lot of times you find Lamont Roach in this fight, you know, squared up, not really in any sort of like position to get his offense off. So, going anything crazy, we should have a new WBC lightweight champion, and it should be Williams Zepeda. They had open scoring for this fight, and the opening scoring in both cases after the 4th round and after the 8th round, they both had Zepeda up and pretty comfortably. So listen, make sure y'all smash that like button. We're gonna have a lot of interviews, and there will be a live later on tonight. It's gonna be a long night for me, but that being said, man, this is gonna make Shakur Stevenson's resume look that much better because Zepeda was the guy that probably took 4 rounds off Shakur, and that's hard enough on its own. He won 8 solid tonight. You could even argue even 9 off Roach, and that will go to show you how good of a fighter Williams Zepeda is, because Williams Zepeda, really and truthfully, I mean, Lamont Roach, I should say, Lamont Roach, Tank couldn't beat him, Pitbull Cruz couldn't beat him, right on paper, and Zepeda didn't really have too many problems. I mean, Roach had his fair share of counter punching and punching in between the guard and punching in between the shots, but ultimately Zepeda proved to be a very dangerous, very effective volume puncher. So right now, I'm like you guys, I'm sitting here waiting for the announcement. They got Abdullah Mason. I don't know if y'all can see what those camera lights are back there. They got Abdullah Mason. The media is swarming Abdullah Mason because he's here, obviously, scouting the competition. All right. The decision. Here we go.
Cheetah scored this contest 117-111.
117-111, wide card.
117-111.
117-111. And even wider card, 118-110.
Judges in favor of your winner by unanimous decision and the new
So there you have it. Williams Zepeda captures the WBC lightweight title, and he does what Gervonta Davis couldn't do. He does what Isaac Cruz couldn't do, and he beats Lamont Roach, and he beats him in clear fashion. No drama, no controversy, none of that. And so I think tonight, you know, we have to recognize Williams Zepeda. If you didn't already, you got to recognize Zepeda as one of boxing's premier volume punchers, man. Very hard guy to live with, and like I said, I got an appreciation, a great appreciation for watching Zepeda ringside, because for this fight, he definitely added some wrinkles as far as his exits, as far as his stutter steps, his shuffles, things like that. Just little nuanced things to break Lamont's rhythm and not allow him to sit down on his counter shots. Let's see what he has to say. Make sure y'all smash that like button. William Zepeda, a new lightweight champion, WBC. Oh, there's Kevin Durant. Look, there's Kevin Durant. There's Kevin Durant. It's mad random Kevin Durant's right there. Who do you guys in the comments? Who do you want to see Zepeda fight next? A lot of good fights. You got Mason over there. You got Murataya. A whole lot of great fights. I'm gonna wait for Zepeda to finish up and then Lamont Roach, and then we'll wrap it up, guys. Make sure you stay tuned for all the post-fight stuff, guys. A lot of stuff to go get. I can't even hear him. I wonder who he's going to call out, if he calls out anyone. Who do you guys think he calls out? I'll tell you guys this too. The Virgin Hotel, it ain't the best place. It ain't the best venue. Here we go. Let's see who he calls out. So he says he wants to go undisputed. He gives you guys the PC answer. So there you have it. A Mexican has the WBC title. I guess you could say all is right in the world, and Mauricio Sulamon's probably happy. But hell of a performance from Zepeda tonight. I was really impressed by him, man. I cover a lot of fights, as you guys know, and I really enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed the craft that he showed. Here's Lamont Roach. I can't even hear Lamont Roach. But guys, look, I'm gonna wrap it up on that note. I can't really hear shit in here. It's terrible audio, but great performance from William Zepeda. Just a clinic in volume punching. He's longer than you think. He's craftier than you think. He's even hits a little harder than you think, and that's what Lamont Roach found out tonight. And Shakur Stevens' resume ages like a fine wine. But listen, tip of the cap to both guys. Both flying the flag high for the USA and Mexico, respectively. You know, respect to Lamont Roach for always giving the fans great fights. Respect to Zepeda for, you know, realizing some of his potential tonight and becoming world champion. We'll have more to talk about on True School Sports later on tonight. So guys, stay tuned for the interviews, the shorts, and a lot later on. I'll see you guys later.